guys, no matter what business model you are in or thinking about getting into, obviously this entire channel, I'm talking about digital real estate. I'm talking about rank and rent, which I like to call rent then rank. But no matter what you're in, no matter what you're thinking about getting into, you need to ask yourself the question, how recession proof is this? How recession resistant? This is something, as I've been purchasing real estate and I started getting into that game, I've been asking myself, like, is this piece of property, is this type of real estate, is it recession proof? Is it recession resistant? Because some things are much more recession resistant than others. And for a lot of years now, I've been having the thought, at least for 2 years, not a lot, I guess 2 years isn't that much. And by the way, my name's Nick. I am wearing my shirt inside out. I noticed on the way to the gym, I got up early and had a Zoom and I didn't even notice. Here we are, we're doing it. But anyway, I've been asking myself, I'm like, hey, am I actually good at this? Am I a good entrepreneur? Am I a good business owner? Or am I making money because it's easy to make money right now? And when 2008, I was in high school. I was just kind of graduating. It was like the year I did graduate. And so I didn't really feel the effects of it. I knew something was going on, but I didn't really know how serious it was. And so, yeah, I don't want anything to happen, but I've kind of been a little excited. Like, do I actually have the chops? Do I have the, I don't like that word. That reminds me of Gary V. Not that word. Do I have the wherewithal to actually continue to make money when the recession comes or things take a turn? So why am I saying this? Because I've been thinking about this model and what's going to happen when things actually do change. And I don't know like how serious things are. We never really do, I feel like, until after the fact. But I want to point this out, okay, with this model. And I'm not here, and I always say this, don't believe me, don't trust me. Try what I'm saying. Don't just take my word for it. Like, there's so many people on the internet saying just stuff. Just try it. Like, give it a shot, and if it works, then maybe I do know what I'm talking about. But I'm not asking you to believe anything. But I do want to share a couple thoughts that I've had. Number one is during COVID, and I shared a video a couple days ago about this. During COVID, my business exploded. It absolutely exploded. So that was a good sign. Now, I know I was in some really good niches. If I would have been in the restaurant niche, for example, that would have probably been terrible. But at the same time, businesses also are always looking for work. Now, that was unique because they were shut down and all that, but nonetheless, that made me very at ease knowing that during that crazy time, my business exploded. But here's what I want to share is these three things, okay? Number one, businesses will always need customers, okay? They will always need customers, and because of that, as a lead generator, you are always going to be in demand, okay? Now, there's different types of lead generation. There is Facebook lead generation. There's a lot of different types of lead generation. The specific one that I do is called rank and rent, for those of you that don't know, where you build tiny websites, you rank them in local markets, and you rent them out. You own the asset, the business owner's renting them from you. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. But number one, as I'm looking at this, businesses always need more customers. Okay, so that's number one. So that's a good sign. Okay, that's great. Number two, the internet, it's not going anywhere, guys. It is not going anywhere. We are in the year of 2022. We're not going to see this thing moving. Now, could some crazy technology come up and gobble up the internet? I guess so. I don't even know how to wrap my head around that, but as far as I know, and it's like if the internet goes away, I think we're all screwed. But I also believe in myself enough to know that I could figure something out. And if I had to do the brick and mortar hustle, I would be fine. Number two, internet's not going anywhere. And number three is I look at this and I'm like, okay, as long as I'm in essential niches, if I'm in these home service niches, people are always going to need their trees trimmed, their concrete poured, their insulation sprayed or put in, their ducts cleaned, their driveways sprayed. There are specific pools clean. People are always going to need these things. And so the combination of those three things, as I'm looking at this, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I feel very, 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 very confident that when things take a dive, and I'm talking about a real dive. I know right now things like I'm seeing videos of we're in a recession and who knows. When things take a real dive, we're gonna find out. But I'm confident. I am extremely confident, enough so that I have not taken my foot off the gas. If anything, I have jammed my foot on the gas and we are cooking, baby. I am just doubling, tripling, quadrupling down and making sure I have as many digital assets as I possibly can in the best niches and in the best cities, that I'm going to have the most amount of leads with the least amount of competition. And I am continuing to stack clients and build assets and build assets. And I want to have an entire digital real estate empire. So why am I saying this? Because as everyone starts talking about the recession, and as it naturally is going to happen, at least they say, you need to think about what business model you're in. And if you're in a business where it's something that people just want and don't need, I think that could be scary, although I don't know, because Starbucks seemed to do just fine and some of these other things did just fine. But I think at this point, coffee is essential for most people. But guys, as you're looking, should I get into rank and rent? Is this a good niche? I'm in it. Should I be doubling down? Should I be diversifying? I can't think, and I don't know of a better business that I would want to be in if I had to put my money on something, if I had to have my entire family's livelihood resting on a business model if something did happen. I can't think of a single business model that would be better and more comforting to be in than rank and rent. And with that, I'm going to change my shirt. I'm going to flip it inside out. I'm going to go to the gym.